Well, good morning. It's about 8:30 in the morning. I got a pretty nice early start here. It is the 4th of July. Happy birthday, America. I think I'm celebrating it well with my token American flag right there. For some reason I didn't decide to put on my American flag socks, but I still look really good in my neon yellows. And we're gonna head down to the town of Duncannon, hopefully celebrate some fireworks. There's iffy in if they're gonna have some at this town. If not, just have a few beers. Enjoy America's birthday. America. Boop-a-doo. You got some beautiful countryside here in Pennsylvania. Happy 4th of July. Hi. Here on day 95 of the trip, I think that's the day. Here at Rausch Gap Shelter, which was about a almost 19-mile hike for me from this morning to here. It's only about 3 o'clock, so I was making great time. I may even go for a little further today. But the legs are tired, definitely gonna rest up. Got the music playing, get some food, probably stay here for a couple hours at least, and then we'll see if I actually go. But just a really cool shelter that somebody put right down here, right inside the rocks, up there on kind of trail level. Cool little table, fire pit, and then also the spring right over here that they've already kind of channeled up for us. So I actually did end up leaving that shelter site. It was tough because that was a really cool spot. But I had a lot of daylight left and my legs are feeling good. And to be honest with you, Pennsylvania is one of those states that kind of seems like it starts to be just dragging. It seems like it takes forever to kind of get from one place to the next. And unfortunately, you don't even get to enjoy it too much. It's kind of known as the rocky state. A lot of rocks. And admittedly, we go over a lot of rocks. But they're not too bad. They're just enough to make it so you can't really enjoy everything else. I finally found a nice stretch here to do this little video. But unfortunately, I don't get to really see the rest of Pennsylvania because my head is constantly down, making sure I don't trip over rocks or step on a rattlesnake. So, hopefully Pennsylvania can figure this out at some point. But right now I'm on the top of a ridgeline. I'm going to finish what is going to be, I believe, a 31 or 32 mile day. It's my second longest day ever on the trail. And like my first longest day, it just sort of happened. Didn't plan on it. Just woke up, was feeling good. Decided to hike a bunch of miles. Get into camp tonight. Should be pretty nice. Hopefully get a good night's sleep. Alright, almost there. Probably one of the best views of Pennsylvania so far. Here I am on the top of Pulpit Rock Overlook here in Pennsylvania. It's probably one of the better overlooks here, except for a little hazy in the morning. It's only about, 9 o'clock or so. It's really pretty just looking at all the green as it flows down into sort of that hazy fog of the morning. Hopefully that burns off by the time I get to the next peak, which is called the Pinnacle, which is about 40 feet higher than this, and hopefully you'll get a chance to see that too. The Pinnacle. Cool little ledge of rocks. Get to hop around on a little bit. Still a little hazy, so it hasn't quite burned off, but hopefully you can get a good view down there. I believe the last view was actually over there. If there's some rocks that you might be able to see. That's where our last video was taken, I believe. Nice little rock ledge along here. It's been a good day so far. Just don't want to fall. Very cool rattlesnake. Hello. I'm headed into the town of Palmerton today in Pennsylvania. Still kind of climbing over all these massive rock piles. This one's pretty ridiculous that they're having us climb over top of. In fact, you can see a white blaze on top of that rock. But at least this one actually gives us a pretty sweet view. A pretty flat, just rolling hill farmland, but just a beautiful view down there. And at least we get that for our climbing around today, so it's kind of nice. Hello again. Here we are at the top of the gap near Palmerton, Pennsylvania, and we're actually on top of what is known as the Palmerton Zinc Pile Superfund site. So literally this whole rock pile that I'm standing on, and the reason why there's this giant fence right here with some signs telling me to stay out, is that they used to do some zinc smelting in this area a long time ago, and it's pretty contaminated. So needless to say, I don't want to take water from any of the water sources along this route. Probably at least for the next 15 miles. So good thing we brought enough. If Palmerton wasn't such a cool small town, this might not be as cool. But Palmerton was great. This is a pretty view right here as the sun is starting to go down. And even though this is highly contaminated, it's still pretty beautiful. Good evening. I'm going to be doing some night hiking tonight, so I stopped early and made my dinner. I got some fresh tomatoes, some chopped olives, some kale, some pepperoni, and some cheese going. Kind of like a mini pizza, I think, whatever that's going to be. Some cool colors coming in as the sun's going down here in this area. Kind of a pseudo campsite, but hopefully going to get some more miles in tonight. It's going to be a good night, so alright, take care. Hello, day number 103, somewhere around there. It's my first day in New Jersey. I hiked in about 5 miles last night to get to this nice little backpacker campsite here. We got Nala set up right there. We're getting packed up in the morning. Good old tent, and a kind of a cool foggy little view down the valley down there. We got hit with a pretty nasty storm last night. We were just getting a bunch of pummeled rain and thunder and lightning. It was pretty cool. Thankfully, I was already in my tent. But I'm going to try to do about 20 miles today and just kind of start trucking through New Jersey. So it's been a pretty state so far. Who'd have thought? Here we are at Kentanani Ridge in New Jersey, right around mile marker 1300 on the trail. There's some nice little weekend hikers out for the day from Pennsylvania. She's stretching, looking great. Hello. And who knew Jersey could be so beautiful? Seriously. Very cool. Here I am at the Jim Murray Shelter, just outside Unionville, New York. This guy hiked the trail back in 1989, and he lets hikers use his cabin here that's just on his big property right over here. He's got a shower house, some water spigot, and room for about 3 or 4 people inside this cool little cabin. So it's really nice that he lets us use this. I'm going to head into Unionville today, probably take most of the day off. Right now I'm just making some coffee using my new coffee filter, which I'm really excited about. And hopefully the sun comes out.